The moment the waiter handed me the menu, I knew this was not the restaurant for me. It was a nice place, don't get me wrong. One of those five-star hotels. This night was in Shanghai, right on the river, and the menu was 68 pages. It was one of those menus, started with Chinese food, then had Japanese, Thai, Indian, Turkish, Italian, French, and a somewhat ominous labeled page, American food in italics. And I knew this wasn't the restaurant for me because the 68-page menu meant that everything would be mediocre. And so I walked out across the street, and on the riverside was a small food hawker stand, sign hanging up, Bobby's Chicken Rice. Big smile on Bobby and a bigger queue of people waiting. And I waited in line, got my chicken rice, and it was fantastic. And I was looking at his menu, and he had exactly two things, chicken rice and bottles of water. And every customer was happy. He had mastered that dish. So it got me thinking about the 68-page menu and how similar that is to strategy in many companies. In wanting to be all things to all people, we end up being relatively mediocre in our performance and in our results. And then I thought about the best restaurants in the world, the ones you really love to go to, and they all have one thing in common. The menu is one page. And the menu is one page because they've been able to focus. Sure, they experiment, they test, they have new ideas, but when you come in and sit down for lunch or dinner, they have the one page that has the very best and that will delight you and hopefully will be successful for them profit-wise as well. If you go and work in one of those Michelin 2 or 3-star restaurants, your first 6 months on the job, you may be simply cutting celery. All day, every day, cut the celery. Why? Because they want you to master that task. And when we think about strategy, strategy is all about mastery. Don't be the 68-page menu. Be your favorite restaurant in the world.